Okay, hi guys. My name is Christian Garon. Welcome to Garon Time. I'm here now. This is the first episode of Garon-T Pointers. This is something I literally just made this on the spot right now, and I just had this idea, this concept of talking about comfort zones and things that make you really uncomfortable to hear or see. And I just thought it would be something really good to talk about and maybe help some people out. And because it's helped me. And so, yeah, I decided I'm just going to start talking about these things that I think have helped me and could help other people. And I'm just going to do them on the fly and start posting them in audio format here. So today, the first episode, we're going to talk about acting on your reaction. And a lot of this is stepping outside of your comfort zone. And so what I mean by that in regards to reacting and acting on your reaction, or rather acting on your emotions, because essentially that's what it is, right? So for instance, there's a couple of big influencers on the internet right now, and one of them in particular is somebody that I'm not going to name names here, just for the sake of many reasons, but one of them in particular, when I first started watching his content, it was so mixed for me. I kept seeing things that I liked, hearing things that I liked, and then out of the blue, he would post something, and I'm like, man, what the hell are you saying? Like, what are you talking about? This is awful. How could you say something like this? Or like, what is wrong with you that you're thinking something like this? And I kind of, it's not just that. That person has made a prominent influence in my decision making in this aspect this year. But in the last year, I pushed myself to kind of look into all of the things that I found really uncomfortable. So if something was making me angry, something was making me upset, in that moment when I would watch it or hear about it, and I don't do this all the time with everything, but obviously, that's not possible. But in some of these moments, I'm pushing myself to try and understand why, from their perspective. Like, what are they saying? What are they talking about? And also, I'm looking at myself. So this is something deeper, right? I'm not talking about watching a video online of an animal dying and going, I need to react better or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about watching or listening to other people and what they're saying. And when you hear somebody talk about something, we tend to act either positively or negatively outright towards it. We either really like it or we despise it and hate it. Humans are very polar opposite with everything we do. A duality system reigns supreme. And so what I found myself doing more and more, and now I try to do it more and more, is that I'm actually pushing myself to look at why I'm acting that way. Why do I feel so negatively about what that person is saying or doing? What is making me feel that way? And am I justified in feeling that way? And what that's actually allowed me to do is allowed me to examine parts of myself that I realized are, in a way you could say weak, or maybe not necessarily a weakness, but an insecurity, a negative aspect of myself in some situations. And so when I see this person talking about something in particular, and I look at it and go, oh, that's like, you're an idiot. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. And a lot of times now I find myself, I'm like, well, what are they actually saying here? And why am I being so negative about it? Like, they were successful with it, or they know somebody that was successful, or it's worked for so many people. And why am I so against this? Because I've never done it or tried it or whatever. And a lot of times it's come down to me being stuck in a frame of mind, in a negative state or a negative emotion around something in particular. And when I push myself to go in and examine myself, which is something really hard for a lot of us to do, right? To push yourself to actually sit down and go, what did I do there? What did I do in that moment in particular? Why did I do it? Really sit down and think about, why did I do it? And I just found that, yeah, I was responding so negatively or, angrily about things because they were, basically, I was vulnerable because I was responsible for doing either the thing that they're talking about in an insecurity aspect, or I'm responsible for not doing what they're saying is what I need to do, or what people should do to help themselves, or yada yada. So a lot of this would probably pertain to talking about philosophy, morality, self-help, that kind of thing. But it is really important. A lot of stuff that I've been looking at and trying to understand more of, I think, going back to the title, and I've been rambling on a little bit here, but going back to the title of this first episode, act on your reactions. So what I mean by that is, look at how you're reacting when somebody says something to you. Look at how you are reacting when you see somebody do something, and act on your reaction. So don't just let your reaction be a reaction and sit there, right? If you're angry, act on that anger. And what I mean is, obviously, if you're angry about someone, do it. Don't jump up, punch them in the face or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, act for yourself on your reaction. If something just made you angry, examine why it made you angry. Take a breath, take a beat, and think about why that just made you so upset. Is it upsetting to you because you know it's something you should be doing or you shouldn't be doing? If it is, then maybe you need to change that. Because if it upsets you and you're doing that or not doing that, then you need to change that. Because you're the reason you're upset. If you're the reason you're upset, you're the only one who can change that. You're the only person who can act on that. So you have to act on your reaction. And hopefully, the way you act is in a positive manner. And that is my Garon-T pointer for today. Act on your reaction. Thanks for listening, and hope to see you again soon. Also, just a quick note, our show is starting up again soon, so I'm looking forward to having a live show to interact with you guys again. Talk to you soon.